Yo, what is up guys, Grim here. So today's video, I kind of wanted to just do a little bit of a tip video. So in one of my past videos, I talked about Bestiaries versus Shaped Amulet, and I brought up some corrupted quantity talismans, which were very cheap at the time, but now since then they've kind of gone up a lot and they're quite expensive. So there is actually a super easy way to farm these up using the Bestiary crafting methods. So what I'm talking about here is if you go to recipes and you scroll down here, you'll find a recipe called Create a Rare Talisman and you can get a tier 3 one. This is what we're going to be talking about today, and I'm going to show you guys how you can farm this recipe up super duper easy and get like 20 talismans in a few maps. So let's get straight into it. So the talisman we're crafting are tier 3 talismans. I've done a few here earlier, and I got really unlucky here. You can see I've done about 14 of them. I only got one spine fuse. That's very unlucky. I've had friends do it and get 5 spine fuses and stuff like that. Basically, it's a 1 in 7 shot at a spine fuse talisman, and then the quantity is 6% to 10%. So you've got a pretty damn good shot at getting a 10% quantity talisman if you roll enough of them. And then on top of that, you can roll pretty crazy stats on these. You can get triple resists, you can get all res, you can get life, damage. There's a lot of stuff you can get, and you can really get some pretty extremely OP ones that push like 10 exalts and stuff like that, which are way better than anything that I have, or something like that. I got a pretty good amulet, but I would swap it for a triple res spine fuse if it went up. So how are we going to be getting these? So when we go to the recipe again, you'll notice that it requires 3 rare beasts, which are very easy to get. That's just the yellow ones on your map, or just any regular old rare beast. They don't even have to have a bestiary mod at all. And they can be any level, which is also very good. So when you think about wolves, which is the main 2 reagents here, the rest can be pretty much completely generic. The 2 wolves, those are the hard ones to get. Where do we see wolves? So the wolves are always going to be in a underground river unique map called Tearblade's Wolfpack Den. So this map has 2 different monster types in it. It has wolves and it has these cavemen. So the only things that can be in that map are wolves and cavemen. So that's already a 50-50 cut of all the mobs in there. And you're going to get about 6 to 7, maybe even 8 rares per map. And it's either going to be a ton of cavemen or a ton of wolves. So that's going to be how it goes, and you guys are going to kind of see that when we get in there. It's a little bit of RNG, whether you get lots of cavemen or wolves, but capturing all those wolves will give you the kind of materials required to craft a tier 3 talisman, which is how we're going to get the Quant talisman. So when you're in here, you kind of want to take it slow because you don't want to one-shot the wolves. That would really suck. These maps cost like only around 3C and you make most of that back, but still you want to maximize your gains from each of the maps, and you don't really want to be killing all the rares that you're trying to farm up, right? So I haven't got any wolves just yet. We killed that guy and got a unique, but that's pretty garbage. So we're going to wrap back around here and look. Okay, we got our first wolf here. So the way I capture them is I throw my net first and then I burst them down to about like 0 health, and that just captures them. So I've got him. That's 1 wolf out of 2 that we need for our recipe. Which is really nice and easy. So we'll just run around along here again, and we'll try and find some more. It's pretty easy. It's a very low tier map, and again, you'll make all of your money back. I'll show you that at the end. You do get a few currency drops, but that's not where you'll be making your money back. At the end, the end boss drops a ton of maps. It's really insane how many he drops, and obviously there's maps dropping around the place here as well. So we haven't got any more wolves just yet. We haven't run into any more rare monsters, but there's another one up here. Got a few bits of currency there. Okay, this is the thing which we have to watch out here, that you don't one-shot it across the room. I always do that and it always makes me so mad. So we're going to throw our net over here again, preemptively do it, and capture him up. Dropped another map for us. Don't want him, he's not technically a beast, unfortunately. So we'll come back down here. So strongboxes can spawn rare wolves as well. It's really important to know. And the rare wolves aren't always going to be marked on your map. Let's see if I can try and find it. Yeah, see, this guy, he's not marked on my mini-map, but he is still a rare wolf. So we still want to capture him. We'll go and capture him. Burn him down, same as we did with the other one. Play some Tetris here. And then now we have, I think it's 3 wolves, so we can do our first recipe. So we can craft a talisman. So there's no rare wolves around here, so we're going to kill all these guys. So I'm going to pop the box and look for a rare wolf if there is any. I don't think I see any. It's cavemen, unfortunately. So we'll kill those guys. Got some currency there. Move along down here, looking for those wolves. Okay, nothing there. We're actually full. Let's see you later, Canyon. Actually, I like Canyon. What don't we like? Val Pyramid. That's garbage. Alright, so we're looking for the rares. No more rares over here. Looking around here. So we got a pretty low roll in terms of how many rares we got. You can actually sextant this map. I'm not sure I would suggest it. I haven't tried it yet. But you can do it. So we got 3 wolves there. So we're going to come in here and make all our money back instantly, basically, by killing the boss. You'll see right in a second. You get a ridiculous amount of maps. It's pretty damn crazy. There we go. Almost out of a flame blast, of course. And we're actually full on maps. Anyway, you get the point. So you're going to do a few of these, and then you'll throw all the maps that you get in here. That's actually just maps I've gotten from running Care Blades as well, so you do get a lot of these things. Too many, in fact. Pick all these things up. And we're going to head over to the menagerie and craft our talisman, which we just farmed up for. And we'll talk about a little tip at the end here as well. So we'll jump in the menagerie, and we'll see what we get. Lucky dip. Again, though, it ranges in how many wolves you get. You'll get a few, and then you'll get a lot sometimes. It's just RNG. But yeah, that's basically the way it goes in PoE. So a little bit of a tip here, you want to make sure that you're trying to preserve the wolves here. You don't want to be using all wolves all the time because those are the kind of valuable currency here. So you want to go in here and you can see, okay, so what have I got here? I've got a lot of dire wolves. We don't want to be using the dire wolves. We want to be using things that aren't dire wolves because the 2 valuable regions here are the wolves. And then we can have any canine and then any of the wilds. So again, you don't want to be using any of your canines or your wolves here. You want to be using stuff which is useless like these monkeys. So we'll do that and we'll crank this up. And we'll kill all this garbage here, take out the trash, and we'll hopefully get a spine fuse talisman if we're lucky. And we didn't get lucky. But you can keep rolling and rolling the dice. It's only 3 chaos a try, and as you can see, you get all these maps that you can sell or run yourself. You're going to get a ton of returns. And I think I almost made 3 chaos back in the map anyway, in currency drops. Just if you want to min-max this even harder, though, you can do so. And what you can do is go in there with a group of anywhere over like 6 is pretty nuts. So what you do when you get in the group, you all roll into the Care Blades, and when you find a rare, you all surround it and you all throw your net at once and you all one-shot it together and you will all capture it at the same time. So when you come to the Blood Altar, if you've got a full group, you can actually just craft massive amounts of talismans. Like if we got 3 wolves that map, that's 18 wolves if we had a full group. So 18 wolves, that is like tons of attempts. If we just do the 2 wolves and we don't use a 3rd one for the canine, then that is just like, what is that? That's 9 talismans just from 1 map, and we got bad amount of wolves there anyway, which is just insanity to me. Like you can get some pretty nuts talismans if you farm with a group or a crew, and that's what I'm definitely 110% going to be doing in the league start next league. I think it's insane, and that's why I'm telling you guys so you guys can get on this this stuff. Because when you're starting up a league, you can't get a Biscos, you can't get a shaped amulet or anything like that. Like that's just not going to happen. So all you got to do is grab some Care Blades, get with the boys, roll in, capture some doggies, throw them in the blood pit over here, and then just eventually get a spine fuse talismans after 3 or 4 maps. Hopefully you get a 10% quant one and you're basically good to go for the rest of the league, right? You don't really need better than 10% quantity, and you can't really get 10% quantity or higher unless you get some crazy stats on here like this amulet here, and that costs like multiple exalts, like 10 exalts, and you're not going to buy that before you buy a headhunter anyway. So that's the gist of it. Thought I'd fill you guys in on like a few tips here. I'm pretty sure Care Blades is probably going to go up a little bit after this, maybe not a lot, but hopefully it's still really effective for you guys to farm these talismans. If the maps go up in price, just find some people to team up with and capture the wolves together, and you guys will still make quite a bit of money that way. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I got another video coming up either today or tomorrow about the mapping system and kind of some really crazy thoughts. Been trying a lot of things and it's been really good. So look forward to that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.